Welcome, welcome to Happy Valley Comedy's Improvised Mockumentary. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
We are going to present a series of interviews with interesting characters, all based around an unusual hobby or career. So I grabbed a suggestion from Facebook that's not quite exactly that, because we didn't exactly ask for that, but one suggestion on Facebook was the line, "Where's my placenta?" And I thought we could use that as we are doulas or midwives. That could be the unusual career or hobby. Very well. So let's do this. Midwives or doulas. Without further ado, please enjoy virtual improvised mockumentary.
Hi. It's great to be here. My name is Josephine Jakowski. I'm sort of a homebody. I have a lot of hobbies. I love to clip my dog's toenails. Yeah, he's great. He's great. A lot of squeaky toys, and we go for long walks, especially these days. You know, his name is Jasper. Oh God, he's a hoot. Yeah, I don't get out much. You know, I have a lifetime subscription to Netflix, and
I did at-home tattoos my whole life. You know, I've always been interested in needles and art. I've always been seen as an artistic person. I mean, look, my walls are purple. I mean, come on. And I still do at-home tattoos. You know, I'm an adult now, and I still do them. And my partner enjoys them. He is a constant pin pad for me. And my kids, when they turn 14, they'll get there first as well. I'm really particular of who I tattoo and where I tattoo. For example, I have a pretty firm rule that it can't be visible when you put on some long sleeves. So as you can see here, I have 450 different tattoos that I've done on my own body. And you can't see one of them right now, not one of them. I'm artistic, I'm interesting. My mother has always said, "You're artistic, Dora, you're interesting, Dora. People will like you, Dora. Move away from those sharp things, Dora." All my life, Dora, 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 Dora. You're amazing.
Yes, it's Dr. Elliot Person, like person. And you know, it's interesting because most people think that midwives can't be men, but actually the background of the word midwifery is an Old English word meaning middle-aged man with large hands. It's an art and craft I've studied my entire life. I've been basically pulling babies into the earth and into life for 15 years now. I'm very good at it. I have large hands.
Yeah, Regina. Friends call me Reggie. You wanna say your name? You want me to introduce you?
You go ahead.
Okay. Again, I'm Reggie, and this is my partner, Jasmine. Go ahead, sweetie.
My name is Jasmine.
I thought you said you wanted me to introduce you, but now you're gonna introduce you too. Oh, okay, whatever. Fine.
Oh yes, you know, we're just one of those classic love stories.
Yeah, we met on the playground. Actually, a lot of people don't believe this about us, but we are elementary school sweethearts. Mm-hmm.
I said, tag, you're it, and then she's been it forever. She didn't want to play. She didn't want to play the game.
Yeah. I turned around and I was like ready to sock her in the face because I don't like when strangers touch me. But there, I didn't. I ended up not stalking her in the face or really anywhere. And instead, I started what has turned into the most fulfilling relationship of my life. Love you too, sweetie.
Hello, my name is Mama Crooney. I've been catching babies for about, feels like a million years. I think it's about 40 years. Could be on 50. I don't know. It's been a very long time. Pretty much since I was 13 years old, I caught my first baby. I went out with my grandmama and who we call Meemaw, and Meemaw was a baby catcher. And so she taught me how to do it too. So these hands have caught hundreds and hundreds of babies. When I'm not catching babies, I pretty much keep to myself. Some would call me hermetic. I live in a cabin in the woods with no running water and no electricity, and you gotta be dang sure there's no Wi-Fi. I don't play that way. No, I don't even know what Wi-Fi is. Yeah. So, I grow all my own food.
My name is Jeffrey, and I would say that the most important thing that ever happened to me was being born.
Oh.
So I've always been striving to understand that phenomenon, the birth, the creation of life, and the removal of one growing body from inside of another body, whether that's through the vaginal canal or whether that's through a cesarean section, or any of the other ways that babies were removed in ancient times, including the praying to a god to spirit the soul of the baby into a piece of nature like a tree trunk or a large mossy rock. I was lucky enough to be born through the vaginal canal, which scientists have proven is beneficial for certain things. A lot of the juices that get pressed across your face as the baby travels through the birth canal are helpful to keep the baby healthy and safe, and make them become well-adjusted adults like me. My name is Jeffrey.
Okay. Everyone always wants to talk about babies and crap. That's fine. Let's just say I got into midwifery because I like needles, but no one trusts me with them in a professional setting. I don't know if you know this or not, but generally speaking, the doctors get to handle the needles, the nurses handle the needles, but the midwives don't get to touch the needles. And I was kind of a shoo-in. I was a little bit of a shoo-in. I just want to let you know because of my hobby, the tattooing, for the big needle expo.
I started my career, actually midwifery career, when I first started my midwifery career. On my dogs and cats. I gave birth, well, not personally, but I helped bring into the world slew of puppies, cats, skunks, backyard gophers, cows. I lived on a farm, so I was there for all the births. Horses. Let's see, we had ferrets, birthed a lot of ferrets.
The Needle Expo is one of the big times of the year that I get to get out of the woods, get out from between ladies' legs, and just make eye contact with other midwives and stuff. And I just, I gotta say, I kind of love it. It's that, I save up all my social needs for this one weekend, this needle expo, and it's coming up, and I think I have about 30 minutes of small talk stored up over the past year, so I'm in pretty good shape, if I do say so myself. I'm going to be doing a presentation this year, as I do every year. It's always the same presentation, and it's all about needles. Who needles them?
Yeah, the thing about Jasmine and me is we have sort of a good cop, bad cop approach to midwifery. You got to keep that baby in line, but if you're going to encourage it to come out, you might want a friendly face in the room too. So sort of a team approach.
Yeah. So I take the downstairs, and I'm there for the catching. I'm there for the looking at my face, and I like to be bubbly and practice. And then what Reggie does is she stands right behind the mother and yells at them, and yells so that it pushes the baby. The baby wants to get away from that energy, so it pushes the baby towards me and my energy, and I envelop that baby. I
find that I really want to get up in sort of the face of the mother to be, and really shock that baby right out of the birth canal. A little bit of fear goes a long way, which is why we've really sort of started to incorporate needles into our midwife practice.
Oh, Reggie's also really good with passed out father figures and those ones. Yeah, when they pass out, she can.
Hey, I say, get up in their face.
Needles. Who needles them? You get it?
Needles have been used since the beginning of medicine in 4000 BC. They first started using needles in ancient times to help the pregnant woman be unconscious for the birth, because the myth that birth is a glorious experience to be awake for is just a ploy from the patriarchy. And as a patriarch, I can tell you that it's best to be unconscious for this brutal act of nature.
I guess my goal, my overall goal is actually to experience birth again, not as a mother, as the baby. That would be sort of a life-changing experience for me. And I know that sounds crazy, because where are you going to get a vagina big enough? But that's it's a dream. And so I jump at the opportunity to go to the Needle Expo or any expo where I can meet people practicing the art of life, the magic of life, and continue to explore possibilities for me to be reborn.
They say that after you've done something 10,000 times, they say that, yes, after 10,000 times, you are an expert. Well, after I birthed my 10,000th puppy, I said, hey, Josephine, you are ready for human beings. So that became my life mission. I have moved on from the animal kingdom to the human kingdom. I feel my skills, these hands, these delicate hands are perfect now to bring humanity into the world to help save the world.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a cut up. I save my social needs and my humor for this Needle Expo. I just love it. People see me coming, they're like, "Ma Crooney's here, Mama Crooney's here." You know, they love me there, and it's a good chance for me to school the youngins, especially the ones, you know, some of them are just so, you know, pie in the sky. They're all woo woo, you know what I'm saying? And catching babies is grounding work. You know, this is a medical procedure, but it's also a spiritual procedure. I'm the first human on this plane that a baby will touch, and I take that real seriously.
Mama Crooney, yeah, she was amazing when I got to meet her. She's been the first person that babies get to touch for so many babies, and so I wanted to touch her as well, and pretend that she was the first person that I would ever touch, and she allowed me to do that because it was a special
Stop
bond.
touching me. You know, like people are just, I got out there and they're just always trying to grab onto my shirt, you know, and to pick some hair out. You know, they just want to touch me. Yeah.
It was really amazing because I was able to actually touch one of my all-time heroes, Ma Crooney. I actually got a piece of her hair. It's in a locket. It's right here.
Stop touching me. You know, I wait the whole year for people to be able to touch, you know, just to see people, and a little touching is fine. A little socializing is fine, and then I'll just be glad to get back to my cabin after the expo.
The end of the expo ended just as I wanted it to. I went in there, didn't talk once about my actual profession, and I had it like 15 midwives. It was awesome. I did a dog on this chick named Josephine. She was cuckoo, kept talking about this poodle that came out with its eyes open. I tatted that right on her butt cheek.
I'm more of a pillow person as opposed to needles. Reggie's more of a needle person, and so I happen to pack about 35 throw pillows, and that young nice gentleman, Jeffrey, you know, that worked out well for him. We got about 8 of us, and we just held all the pillows, and he crawled through it trying to get to the end of the pillow tunnel.
I've always imagined a birth canal to be like a pile of pillows that you would crawl your way through, and as you touched each successive pillow, you were granted the strength of another layer of labia, and we were able to make that happen.
It was a great expo. All in all, I think it was a great expo. I'm very, very happy to have 363 more days until I have to do it again.
I'm afraid the event this year was a doula disaster. It turned out to be a touchy-feely event with barely any needles and grown adults groping each other in an attempt to find some old feeling of birth. Let me tell you what birth feels like. It feels like hell. It hurts. It's not fun. Squeeze yourself through a 6mm portal and tell me how fun that is.
I actually had a great time at this expo. I was able to hook up with this really wacky chick named Dora. We had an amazing time. I would say that you could probably call it a sexpo, because
I think
really,
I think the
it was
toughest,
amazing.
the toughest thing that's coming out of this this expo is how we're gonna get all of the placenta out of Jasmine's throw pillows. I don't even know where that guy got so much placenta, but it stains, you know, it really makes a mess.
I got to deliver. The highlight of the expo this year was that I got to deliver yet another baby, this adult baby named Jeffrey. And when he came out, I'm such a cut up. I slapped his face instead of his butt.
See. Thank you all.
To the world, Jeffrey.
If you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel to see even more stuff like this.
Let's start saying labia.
Labia.
Labia.